Our need for energy increases every day. To meet this demand, Europe needs to produce more power electricity. Even if we in some areas of Europe produce hydropower, the majority of electricity is produced from non-environmentally friendly energy sources, such as nuclear, gas or coal. Each year, millions of homeowners experience power failures. The reason behind this is that some parts of the power grid are not even able to cope with the load required by the electrical power we need, especially in the depths of a cold winter. I definitely think that we should use the stove more, and also for more of the year, which would have a direct influence on reduced electricity consumption, which is very good for the climate. During some periods of the winter, the electricity company can have a problem with transmission lines. They have insufficient capacity. We get a long, cold period. Power prices increase dramatically, so that as a consumer you feel that if you do not have any alternative to electricity, you end up with high electricity bills, and there will be a lot of letters to the papers, debates on TV, and so on. New wood-burning stoves can reduce electricity consumption, and if we consider the economics, the price of heating with wood compared with electricity on so-called winter days, you can get a cost which is about a third compared with electricity.
Flexibility is important since now it makes us less vulnerable. The flexibility means that we can switch between different sources of heating, for example, such as electricity or burning wood. And this gives us an advantage, especially in cold periods, if there's not enough electricity or power prices are high.
So, lighting a fire when it's really cold outside, that's really nice. Heats up really well, and it's very pleasant as well. It's really cozy.
Well, it's very nice to have the reassurance that you have a stove if there's a power cut. We've actually had a few problems since we live where we do. It's really nice.
We think it's a great advantage to be able to burn wood, partly because we have access to timber. It doesn't cost anything, so if it's cold outside, it is very nice to be able to cut our peak power consumption.
That does make a difference to the electricity bill, so it feels great.
Yes, we've chosen wood burning because it is cheaper than electricity. We've seen that our electricity consumption has fallen. We think it's really nice that we have a modern stove, which we know is environmentally friendly. I think it feels good.
You always want to choose something which is environmentally friendly. It feels great to have it done.
We think that it's important that people replace their old wood stoves and switch to low discharge stoves instead, since they reduce the discharge of hazardous material, especially in larger towns. New stoves often have an efficiency level of around 80%, which is fantastic. And if you then replace old fireplaces with new ones, you get at least 30% improvement in efficiency, but emissions fall by up to 90%.
The difference was that the old stove was open, so that it was mostly only for decoration, and the flames were pretty, but they didn't give much warmth. So we replaced it by this one, which is one of those enclosed stoves, so it heats up all this floor.
Well, of course, wood burning is so many-sided. You can either let the heat go straight up the chimney, and you can also burn efficiently. Many people actually have an old wood-burning stove, made before 1997, which is not low discharge, with low efficiency. You should then replace it by a new high-efficiency stove, which utilizes the wood much better, and you get more warmth in the room.
Low-emission stoves are important for several reasons. One is that they do not discharge as many particles. Another is that they have a higher efficiency level. That is, you get much more energy out of the wood that you put into the stove.
Bioenergy is a renewable source, and wood is an important component of it. Wood heating from clean-burning wood stoves is the most important alternative to electric power. It is more environmentally friendly, and it always works, even when there are power failures. Clean wood burning provides a good quality of life.